Hey there, welcome back buddy. From this video onwards, about 4 to 5 videos, we are going to learn about the record level security. So basically in Salesforce, record level security is categorized into 4 major levels, starting from the organization wide default, and then comes the role hierarchy, and then comes the sharing rules, and finally comes the manual sharing. And specifically in this video, we are going to learn only about the organization wide default. And we usually represent organization wide default as OWD. Just keep in mind, in between I'll be using the terminology OWD. Now in order to configure the record level security, search for sharing setting over in the setup. And this is the place where we will be configuring the record level security. As we have seen in the previous video, to configure the object and field level securities, either we will be configuring it in profile or we will be configuring it in the permission set level. Fine. And here you are seeing an option, right? Organization wide default. And this defines a baseline access for the records under each and every object. But here you are seeing two different columns, right? One is default internal access and other is default external access. What does that mean? So basically in Salesforce, we'll be creating user records for two major categories of people. One is for the employees and other is for your customers or partners. Basically the employees are nothing but like your sales team, support team, marketing team, etc., who will be logging into the system by using login.salesforce.com as like you login, and they'll be accessing the complete CRM. Whereas your customer need not to access the CRM like this. Instead, we have a concept of experience sites, also known as community site, also known as experience cloud, where we can able to create the sites for our customers, and we can usually configure the site by drag and drop components, and your customers can log in into this particular site instead of logging into the CRM itself. So people who are logging into the CRM are categorized as internal, and people who are logging into the site instead of CRM itself are categorized as external users. And the permissions which we are giving it in this particular column, which is default internal access, will be applicable for the internal users, and the permissions that are configured in this particular column will be applicable for the external users. Now that I believe that you would have got an understanding what is default internal access and what is default external access, let's see what are the options that are available under this organization wide default. Let me just click on edit. And for an example, let's take an object which is students. That's a custom object that I built already. And here you can see there are three different options available. One is private, public read only, and public read write. Currently, the option is selected as public read write. And here you can see I have logged in as this particular professor user in the another browser. And you can notice here that this user can able to see all the records under the student object irrespective of who is owning the record. It's not only the view access, this user can also able to edit the records which he owns. Also, you can able to edit the records which other users owns. Let's say this record is owned by the other user. Let me just try to edit the record. But one thing to notice here is that in order to edit the field, the user should be having edit access for that specific field. Let's say this user is not having the edit access on this 12th grade percentage, and that's the reason here you can see this field is read only. And also remember, the user should be having edit access on the object level as well. Now let me just edit one particular field which is owned by the other user, and I'm clicking on save. And you can see that the record got saved successfully without any errors. And that is how this particular option, public read write, will be functioning. Now let's see how the other option, which is public read only, functions. For that, I'm changing the option to public read only and I'm clicking on save. So basically it might take some time to get reflected. You'll be getting an email once the process is over at the backend. Now you can see still it is public read write, which means that it's still processing at the backend. Let me just refresh and check once. It might take around 30 seconds to 1 minute. So let me just check now. And yes, now you can see that the option got changed to public read only. Now let's see how it is getting reflected in the professor level. Now let me just hard refresh over here. Now still the professor user can see all the records under the student object irrespective of who owns the record. But let's see whether the user have edit access on it. So still it's visible. Let me just hard refresh it once. Let me try editing it. I'm clicking on save, and yes. Here we can see that it says that you don't have necessary privileges to edit this record. Whereas let me just try to edit the record which the user owns. Let me try editing the blood group. I'm clicking on save. Yep. So the record got saved successfully. And now I hope that you would have got an idea how public read only works. Now let's see how the private option works. For that, let me edit the OWD of the student again. Student object. I'm editing to the private option and I'm clicking on save. And as I mentioned before, it might take some time to get reflected over here. Yes, now the OWD got updated for the student object. Now let's see how the record level security varies for the professor user. So back to this particular Edge browser, let me hard refresh it once. And now you can see the user can access only the records which the user owns actually. Now let's say I'm changing the owner of this particular record. Let me change it to myself and I am changing the owner. Yeah, now you can see this message states that user Kirba Shankar now owns the Abhi record. Because you lost the access, we close the record tab. And you can see the user is not seeing any records under this specific object. Which concludes that if OWD of any specific object is set to private, then the users can only see the records which they own. Now let me just create one record and demonstrate it. Let's say I'm creating one student and I'm clicking on save. As the owner over here is professor and I have logged in as professor, this user have access to this specific record. Now that we have understood what is the difference between private, public read only and public read write in the OWD level, now it's time to understand the usage of these two checkboxes, view all records and modify all records in the object permission level. Now currently I'm in the profile of the professor user. So basically this professor user is having the profile internal users. Now also I'm in this particular student object. Now let's see how this particular view all records affects the user's permission. Let me just click on save. Going back to the Edge browser where I have logged in as this professor. Let me just hard refresh. And yes, I hope you would have seen a difference even though the OWD is set to private. And in the profile level, if I am enabling this particular checkbox, profile level permission or object level permission will be overriding this OWD permission. But one thing to notice here is that still the user can't able to edit the records which he doesn't wants. Let me just try editing the record which the user doesn't wants. I'm trying to say, and yes, we are getting an error. Now let me just enable the other checkbox which is modify all records. Let me enable this checkbox, modify all records, and I'm clicking on save. Now again going back to this particular Edge browser, let me just hard refresh it once. Now I am trying to edit the record which the user doesn't owns. And yes, without any error, the record got modified. Now one key consideration that I want you to remember is that we can't have higher access to the external users as compared to the internal users. Let's say for the student object, for the external users, I'm giving the OWD to public read only and I'm keeping private for the internal users and I'm trying to save. And here you'll be getting an error stating that the default external access must be more restrictive or equal to the default internal access. So which states that external users should either have the equivalent permission or lesser permission. So let me just revert it back to private and I'm clicking on save. Now one another consideration that I wanted you to remember is that if you create any custom object, by default the OWD for the custom objects will be public read write for the internal users and private for the external users. Now one another option available in OWD is public read write transfer. This option will be available only under this lead object and the case object. So basically whenever this option is selected, the user can able to transfer the ownership of a record irrespective of who is owning the record. So let's say currently the case OWD is set to public read write. Now I have logged in as the professor, right, in the another tab. Now I'm trying to change the ownership of the case which the user owns. Now let me just try to change the ownership, which is nothing but updating the owner field to other user. Let me just update it to Kirba user, change owner. You can see the user can able to transfer the cases or records which the user owns. Now let's say the user tries to transfer the record which he doesn't owns. Now let me just try to transfer this particular record to the user itself. And yes, here we are getting an error, right? You don't have permission to take that action on this record. Now let's change the OWD to public read write transfer for this case object, and let's see how the permissions are getting varied. Let me just click on save. Okay, it got changed. Going back to this particular Edge browser, let me hard refresh once. And now I'm trying to change the ownership. Let me try to assign to the professor itself, and I'm clicking on change owner. And now you can see that updation was successful and the case was transferred to the user itself. So this concludes that whenever the OWD is set to public read write transfer, user can able to transfer the records irrespective of who is owning the record. Now one another thing that I just wanted to highlight is that let's say your OWD is set to public read write. Let me just click on save. And yes, now the OWD got updated successfully, and I do also received an email regarding the updation complete. Fine. Now one question for you. In the profile level, for the case object, if I am enabling this particular option, which is modify all record, do you think the user can able to transfer the records which he doesn't owns? Let's test them out. So for that, I'm enabling this particular option, modify all records, and I'm clicking on save. So this internal user profile is what assigned to this professor user. Okay, it got saved. Going back to the Edge browser, let me just hard refresh once. Now I'm going to transfer the ownership of a record which this user doesn't owns. So let me try to transfer the ownership to the professor itself. And yes, now you can see even though the OWD is set to public read write, and in the profile level, if the user is having modify all permission, which is the maximum permission that we can give to the user, usually we won't be giving this permission to the business users. This permission will be allocated mostly only for the system admins. Fine. Now finally we can see what is this particular option controlled by parent in OWD, and then we can wind up this video. So basically you'll be seeing this particular option only in the master detailed relationship. To be precise, you'll be seeing this in the child object of master detailed relationship. For example, I have this particular object student staff assignment, and in this object I have two master detailed relationship, one towards the staff and another towards the student. Okay. Now comes the question. Can we change the OWD of the detail object to something else apart from controlled by parent? Let's test them out. I'm copying this for my reference. Let me just click on edit. Now I'm trying to search for that particular object. That object only is not coming for us to change the OWD. Why? Because in the detail object, which means the child object where you're having master detail relationship, you won't be having owner field at all. Now let's say Salesforce allowed you to change the OWD from controlled by parent to private, for example. But how private works? Only users who owns that particular record can able to access them. But in the detail object, there is no owner field at all, right? So that's the reason Salesforce is not giving provision for us to change the OWD for detail object at all. Fine. Now comes the question. In junction object, we'll be having two master detail relationship. Now, which parent sharing setting will be inherited to child object? Let's see them. And the answer to that specific question is that detail object will be inheriting the most restrictive access amongst the parent. For example, your staff object is having public read write, but your student object is having private. Then student staff assignment will be inheriting the private assets OWD. I hope this makes sense. Now let's see in action how this particular permissions are getting reflected for the end user under this junction object record. Here in the Edge browser, I have logged in as a professor, and you can see this record is owned by the professor, and that's the reason the user can able to access the staff record. And when I'm coming to related, you can see this user is not having access to any of the student staff assignment records. Whereas As a system admin, I'm under the same staff record, and when I'm coming to related, I can able to access one specific student staff assignment record. The reason behind the scene is that in order for the user to access the junction object records, the user should at least have read access to both of its parent records. For example, here one of the parent is staff. The professor is already having access to this particular staff record, but this user is not having access to this student record. The reason behind is that the student's owner is someone else, which is myself. Now let me change the owner to professor and let's check whether this user is gaining access to the junction record or not. Let me change the owner to professor itself. I'm changing it. Now going back to this browser, let me just hard refresh once. And now you can see this user gained access to the junction object record. The reason behind is that now the user at least have read access on both the parents, which is staff and student. Now one question to you. Let's say I'm changing the OWD of staff to public read write. Now do you think whether this particular user can access all the student staff assignment records? Let's test them out. Before changing, I'm just showing you that currently the user is having access to only one staff record and only one student staff assignment record for your information. Going back to this particular page, I'm clicking on save. So it's in progress. And now you can see the OWD of the staff is updated to public read write. Now, what did I mention? The most restrictive access amongst the parent will be inherited to its child, which is detail, which is nothing but student staff assignment in our use case. Now going back to the Edge browser, let me just hard refresh once. And now you can see the user is seeing two records under the student staff assignment. But before he is seeing only one record, right? I'll tell you the reason. Before that, let me show you as a system admin who is having view all and modify all permission in the object level. So here I can see 9 items, whereas as a professor, this other user, I'm seeing only 2 records, which concludes that child object, which is detail object, will be inheriting the least privileged permission amongst the parent. Okay, now comes the question. Before the user is seeing only one record, now how come he is seeing two records? The reason behind the scene is that now we have changed the OWD of the staff to public read write. This user would have gained access to all the staff records. Let me just show you that. Before he can see only one staff, but now he is seeing all the staff, which is 8 items. Fine. So before he can access only this record, after changing the OWD of staff object, he gained access to this record as well. The reason is that this user is already having access to these 3 student object. But before we are changing the OWD of the staff object, this user is not having access to this staff record because this is owned by different user. Now after changing the OWD of the staff object to public read write, now this user gained access to this particular Maran staff record also, right? And he already owns this particular student record. Now he at least having read access to both the parent records, and that's the reason he can additionally see this particular record. Now I hope you would have understood what is the purpose of this particular option controlled by parent. And as usual, I do also have use case for you to practice, and link for this particular document I'll be leaving it in the description. And not only that, I do also prepared some of the interview questions that can be asked under this particular OWD topic. If you'd have watched the complete video without skipping in between, I'm pretty sure that you can answer all of these questions. And in next video, we can see the second level of record level security, which is role hierarchy. And yes, that's it for this video. See you next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.